Welcome back to the Ironman, guys. I ended last episode off by saying that I want to make my videos more goal orientated. So this week specifically, we are going to be aiming for 95 Slayer. A hell of a lot of Slayer points. I haven't got a number in mind, but we are going to be working specifically on Slayer points. And after that, we're going to be working on Hydra prep. Now, what I thought is I want to get 95 Slayer regardless, and I want to get Slayer points, and a lot of them either way. When I get to 95, I was going to go to Wilderness Slayer, and I was going to get a lot of Slayer points. But I figured, why not get to 95 Slayer doing Wilderness Slayer? No, yeah, 95 Slayer doing Wilderness Slayer, because I'll get a hell of a lot of points on the way, and I won't have to waste my time. Once I'm 95, I can go straight to Kona. So, what my plan is right now is to do a lot of Wilderness Slayer. Now, I've currently got my first task, which is Bears. I'm not going to bother doing Callisto because it really doesn't interest me at the moment. We are starting this off with 0 bounty hunter points, and the main things we're interested in here, because we've got our rune pouch and whatnot already, we're interested in a dragon pickaxe ornament kit, as well as maybe a couple of clue boxes. After that, I don't know what items I'm going to get, maybe a whip mix. But we're going to start off with Wilderness Slayer, so I'm going to get straight in there, and we're going to see if we can get some nice emblems. So we just completed our bear task, and as you guys can see, that was our 41st task in the wilderness, which means we stopped wilderness, obviously 40. We're going to get a big boost soon. The tasks are going to be so easy. Like, honestly, that bear task, it took a little while because it takes a while from spawn, but I literally stood in one tile and just shot them with a magic short bow as soon as they spawned. We used 60 rune arrows and a couple of those syringe pot for 25 Slayer points. I'm really happy with that. So next we have Ankus. Alright, this is a nice and easy task. I shall go smash it out. We end up finishing our Anku task with 3 Larran's keys, which are all very close to each other too. So that's kind of cool. Larran's keys, I'm probably going to save up and open them in like groups of like, I don't know, 5 or whatever, so I don't do them all at once by the end of Wilderness Slayer. I don't know how many I'm going to have by the end, because I don't know how much Wilderness Slayer I plan to do. I imagine I'll have a fair chunk, but honestly, Wilderness Slayer is just so fast for me with a blowpipe and these stats. It's just going to be stupid points. Hey, first mysterious emblem. Holy shit, they were 68k? They were like 100k when I was doing Wilderness Slayer. Rip. These, first in Slayer enchantment. Happy days. Oh, I've got a team. Jesus, fellas. Oh, that's a yikes from you, good sir. Oh, that's a big yikes. No. Later, fellas. Well, no emblem, sad time. Oh my god. That was weird as fuck. So we have just completed our 50th task in Wilderness Slayer, and that puts us at 1266 points. I think I'm going to aim for 2k by the end of this week. I think any more is a bit overkill, to be honest. I don't plan to skip a Hydra like I've said before, because I just feel like it's a waste of points. I need 99 Slayer anyway, and I'm in no rush for the claw. So I definitely don't do it that way. But I'm not sure how many more tasks it'll work out to be. I've had one task that I've skipped, and that was Aviances, which obviously I just don't want to do in the wilderness. I've done every other task. There's not too many tasks that I can skip or would skip, because things like Fire Giants, Hellhounds, and Black Demons, as well as Spiritual Creatures, are all blocked. But there's not too many bad wilderness tasks. You guys have already seen I've had one group try to PK me, and I was lucky enough to get away. I believe the Chaos Elemental helped me quite a bit there. But they weren't the luckiest with their AGS specs. They could have potentially hit a lot harder, but either way, I got away. I'm happy with it. My next task is Magic Axes. I literally just had one of these. It's such an easy task. But whilst we're here, I will show you guys how many mysterious emblems we're up to. I've been trading them in as I go. And I was actually wrong when I started. I did have 200 points. I was just miles away. I think before I quit Wilderness Slayer, I think I just spent it all on rune arrows, which was really stupid to be honest. But I had a few points left. But we're on. We've had 5 emblems. That works out to be 1 more, and we can get ourselves the dragon pickaxe ornament kit. So that is definitely the plan. We just finished up our magic axe task, and we got another emblem. And I haven't actually mentioned Larran's keys, but I will show them in a second. Now, obviously, I said in the previous clip we need 1 more until we can get the dragon ornament kit. So we're going to do that right now. Honestly, I've really wanted one of these for ages. I don't know why I never come back to bother just to get one, because it wouldn't take long at all. This has taken like, it was 11 tasks to get the emblems required. I don't know if I've been lucky, but I mean 6 emblems regardless isn't much. So we're going to get the dragon pickaxe ornament kit. Now if I show you guys, obviously this is what a dragon pickaxe looks like. You know, standard list is what it normally looks like. And if we was to apply the dragon ornament kit, honestly, I think it looks sick. This is the dragon pickaxe ornament kit. I believe it is actually a dragon head. I've never fully known because I've never looked at it. But it does look very much like a dragon head. Well, to me it does slightly, I guess. But it looks sick regardless. And this is what our new pickaxe is going to look like. In future, I would like to get the Alchemical one, as well as get another dragon pickaxe to get the crystal pick, but obviously that's quite a while in the future. And this is the Larran key stack that we currently have. We're up to 10 Larran's keys in 11 tasks. I think in my first task, I got like 3 that were really close. I think I recorded those, so you guys might have seen them, like a couple of them maybe. We're up to 10. Like I said, I'm going to open these, not all at once, but I'm going to wait till I'm done with Wilderness Slayer, and then take like 5, 6 at a time and open them and go back and forth, so I don't just risk everything in case a PK happens to log when I go there to do it. But we're up to 10. I'm pretty happy with that. The Slayer experience has been fairly decent. We've gained about 50 to 60k so far, which is very nice. Obviously, the combat experience isn't anything special. A bit of range from a lesser demon cannon task, but we've had some melee experience. We're only 77k away from 98 now, so I'm mainly going to be working on range though when I'm doing Wilderness Slayer, because it just makes it that bit faster. So this is the first clip that's been recorded after I posted on the community tab on my YouTube to say that I'm not going to be uploading this week. Mainly because I sleep in days and I'm awake at night, so I haven't been recording. I didn't want to do post commentary because I feel like that really lowers the quality of the video. I like to keep the majority of my clips as live commentary. Obviously every now and then there will be post commentary if something happens and I haven't got my mic on or I haven't got anything on, or I'm listening to music in the background. But I have been working on AFK grinds and stuff that I don't, plan to record in the meanwhile. And we did just get ourselves the gem bag, which means we're basically complete with Motherlode Mine. There's nothing else I want from here. I'll spend all of my nuggets straight onto gem bags in future. So we're pretty much done with Motherlode Mine, which feels really, really nice. The gem bag I don't value too much, but it has a few uses. Other than that, the main AFK goal that I've been working on is cannonballs. So we got up to 5.1k. We have no steel bars left now whatsoever. And we're up to about 1400 Slayer points, I think. So these cannonballs are all going to be used on Wildy Slayer until I have 2k points, and it's going to really speed up the process. So we have just completed our 58th wilderness task, and in the process, is in the chat box, we did get ourselves 98 attack, which of course puts us 1 level away from 99. We're now sitting at 2080 total level 2, which is very nice. I literally feel like I've flown through the levels ever since, since I got 99 strength and I've been focusing on attack and defense. As soon as I got defense to 90 and started focusing on attack, it just feels like I've flown through the levels. And as you can also see in the chat box, I've been kind of looking at the prices of different things in the bounty store, and I'm kind of tempted, as useless as they are, but I'm kind of tempted to get the Steam Battle Staff kit as well as the Lava Battle Staff kit, which I think would be pretty cool. They both look really cool, especially the Steam one. Not that I have the staff yet, but for future, I probably wouldn't purchase it until I got the staff. But I do have a battle staff, and if I ever use a fire staff, that's the staff I use. So it's kind of cool to have, but it pretty much have no use. But there's nothing else in the store that's that great. I could trade it in for alchemicals, but I just feel like it's a waste, and it would be cool to get something that is kind of, unique to the account in a way. It's nothing like collection log. I don't believe it is on the collection log. But I just think it'd be kind of cool to have, and I'm definitely not interested in whip kits when I think about it, because I just think they look shit. 95 Slayer. God damn. Big fella. Oh my god, that's a good drop to start with. Come on, give me still bars. Come on. Come on, game. Coal. Alright, I'll take it. Gold ore. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say, what a pile of shite. Right, I'm going to get the Larran pet. Lol. Oh, coal. Oh, more coal. Oh, gold. Oh, this is some fat loot. Oh, 4 palm fucking tree seeds. 16 runite ore. Yes, still bars. A redwood tree seed. Holy shit, I bet that's rare as fuck. More coal. Alright, that was a good haul. 4 Celastris? Jesus. Oh! That's sick. I'm gonna get Hydra this task, I decided. Oh, no way! Well, as you guys saw, we got ourselves a Hydra task, and we're just gonna go do it. I haven't actually mentioned this, but I want to explain it before I go in there and do it. I've never done Hydra before, so it's all going to be learning. It looks pretty simple to learn and just pick up on what you need to do. But the reason I decided to do Hydra is because I could go get the agility levels, but I've been thinking about it, and some people may be like really annoyed about this, but I do not plan to bank any of the bones unless it's like at the end of a trip and I'll just pick up what I have. Because I plan to do Vorkath for 99 crafting, so I'll get loads of prayer experience, and I'll get it through loads of other stuff as well, Dagon of Kings, whatnot. So I just feel like it's an absolute waste of my time to bank them, because I don't really care about post 99 enough to go do this, and it would increase my kills per hour. I mean, yes, if I was to bank, I'd 100% get 88 agility, but because I'm not banking, I don't care for 88 agility. My first inventory is like very much like a safe inventory, because I don't know how this is going to go. I'm hoping it'll be a lot better than what this inventory is. Hopefully I just learn it in like seconds and I won't have to really take much food. But I'm really excited to do Hydra. Let's see if we can get a claw. We're starting off 136 task with 13,588 adamant darts and a full blowpipe. We'll see what we have by the end of it. Well guys, we got a Hydra's Eye. Now I didn't actually record it because I was talking to my other half at the time, and the clip was just like really shit quality if I was to put it out there. But it's not like I wasn't really excited. I was like, oh cool, you know, first Hydra drop. Now the Hydra's Eye, if you guys don't know, is a piece of the ring, and you get these pieces in order. You can't get a duplicate until you have completed 1 ring, which is really cool. Now the drop rate's 1 in 181, which is, you know, it's pretty decent. Obviously to get it at 17 KC, that's very lucky. But the ring isn't like massive for me at the moment. For now, we're just gonna kind of put it in here. But obviously to get a ring would be awesome. But I'm going to tell you now, Hydra is good fun, and this cash stack is going to fly through the fucking roof. .98 ranged. Easy game. I thought this would be a good time to explain like what I'm thinking of Hydra so far with the KC that I've done. As you guys can see, we're at 133 KC, about to get 134. And from what I've done so far, I've actually really enjoyed Hydra. It keeps you like kind of focused, because obviously you have to count the attacks and then, you know, switch your prayer between melee and magic. And to be honest, it is kind of entertaining. I can see it getting boring if you was to do a hell of a lot of this. But from what I've done so far, it's definitely more engaging than other like bosses that I've done. For example, Serb. Obviously, that was the last Slayer boss that we've done, and I absolutely hated it from the get-go. I knew I would, and Hydra I've definitely enjoyed so far. And another reason that this clip is in there is because we are about to get a drop that I didn't get my reaction for because I was listening to music at the time, and I really don't fancy getting copyrighted. But here is the first big Hydra drop, and now I was screaming when I got this. Even though the item isn't that great, it was just so satisfying to see and be at Hydra and get drops. But there it is, guys, the Hydra lever. Well, as you guys can see, we did get ourselves the Hydra lever on 134 KC. And we just finished up a task of 136 as well. In a minute, I will show all the loot from 100. Well, for some reason, 1 kill's missing, but there's 135 kills. And obviously, the lever's in there. The lever was worth 8.6 mil at the time, so if you take 8.6 mil off without unique drops, that's how much money we would have earned. But I'll show you that in a minute anyway. For now, let's make these Ferocious gloves. I believe we use these on the machinery and turn it into the Ferocious gloves that will make them untradeable. I think you can turn them back if I ever wanted to, but I haven't really got a reason. That animation is pretty cool, and we now have Ferocious gloves. So if we just quickly take off everything that we currently have, and this is our current best in slot melee gloves beforehand, which is the Barrows gloves. So we get, you know, plus 12 in all the melee stats, and we get a plus 12 melee strength. Now with Ferocious gloves, it's plus 16 in all melee stats, plus 14 melee strength. The only thing we lose is we get minus, you know, 16 range and magic, whereas before they were positive, and we lose all the defensive bonuses. Now Ferocious gloves, I don't feel like they have like massive uses, but they've got some good uses. Obviously the claw would have been better, but we wanted gloves anyway, and it was really satisfying to get them, and they look pretty sick. So now that we've got the gloves, obviously we're going to keep doing Hydra. Well, what's nice about it is we've got these gloves for Slayer until we get another Hydra task. I'm going to bring the loot up on screen right now as to 135 kills. Like I said, for some reason 1 kill's missing off there, but it doesn't matter too much. As you guys can see, we made a hell of a lot of money. Obviously the coin drops, the coin, sorry, that right there is just coin drops alone. That's not including everything I alked. It is absolutely ridiculous how much money you earn from Hydra. As you can see, we also got a hell of a lot of runes for it. Astrals, Bloods, Deaths, Chaos, all really important runes for me. So I can't complain whatsoever. I banked some of the Hydra bones when I ended the trip. Obviously, I didn't bank them all, like I said. We got loads of herbs. Overall, honestly, the loot from this boss is fucking ridiculous. And I've just remembered we also did get a Hydra's Eye this task, which is pretty cool. So we got 2 uniques in one task, Hydra's Eye and Hydra Leather. Obviously the claw would have been better, but I'm not complaining. I'm only 136 kills in, and so far I'm actually really enjoying the boss. Hopefully it doesn't get boring. So I completely forgot to mention, I said I would mention at the end of the task, and it's just reminded me, we've got ourselves a net guild task to do right now, which is pretty nice. It's only 110, so that's something I've noticed about Kona. She doesn't give anywhere near as much as Duradel. So tasks are going to be pretty fast, which is really nice, because even if we get a shit task, it shouldn't be too many. But this is the amount of darts and the amount of scales that we have left. Now, I'm not going to lie, from what I've heard before, you use a lot more scales than this, so I kind of guess people might have got their calculations wrong from the people I've heard it from. Because I heard that from like 170, people use like 16k scales. I mean, I started with a full blowpipe. I've done 136 kc, and I've only used half the blowpipe. So we used about 8k scales, and we used about 2.5k adamant darts, because we started with 13,588, and obviously we're now on 1170. So to be honest, I'm really happy with how many scales that we used. It's like nothing compared to what I thought it would be. And to get all the way to like 1000 kc for the drop rate for the claw, I'm gonna have enough scales for that. So it's honestly amazing to see that I don't use as many scales as I thought I would. I didn't think I'd get it this way, but we got the Abyssal Head off a normal Slayer task. So this is where we're going to end this week's video. Now, of course, this is a delayed video, but it isn't actually 2 full weeks of progress, because as I have mentioned before, if you guys didn't see, I did post to say that I've just been AFKing stuff. That's the main thing. So a lot of the gains from this episode have been primarily from 1 week. I mean, there is like a day beforehand that I got, so I suppose it's 1 week and 1 day. But we're currently on a Dust Devil task, not Dust Devil, sorry, Smoke Devil task, which is very nice. I'm really wanting more and more of these tasks, or any task that I can burst, because now that I'm coming up to 99 attack, I want to focus on bursting as many tasks as I can. Obviously, I'm doing Konar Slayer, so it's not something I can choose. I might get Necreals in the Slayer Tower, or I might get Dust Devils in the, is it Smoke Dungeon? I'm not actually sure what it's called, but the one in the desert when you have to go there for desert treasure. I might get them in there, and if I do, I normally just skip them. So I can kind of get fucked over by that, but you know, that's the way it is. But it's really nice this week to be able to get a Hydra task, and of course we did get our first drop. Obviously we got 2 drops, but I don't really count the ring drop as that of a high drop, to be honest. Not really an important drop. It's nice to get the ring, but of course we did get the Hydra gloves. It was at 134, which is very, very under the drop rate, just like everything else on this account so far, other than PKings. We have got very lucky at the boss. Obviously, we've still got the claw to go, so I could go very dry on that. But now that we've got Ferocious gloves, I'm definitely excited to go back to Hydra just to see what else we can get. We've made loads of money through Hydra. We've got absolutely loads of runes. All these alcheballs that are in here have just been adding up from clues that I've been doing. So we've got a load more cash just in alcheballs, just sitting here. Some of these are for clue steps. For example, the Dragon Scimitar I'm leaving there because it is for a fallow step. Eventually, I'll have to come up with some sort of plan for keeping fallow steps safe, so I don't accidentally alch them one day. Because a lot of the time I forget. Like, I've kept a Dragon two-hander. I'm not sure if I've kept that for a clue or if I've just kept it. So I definitely need to do something for that. But obviously this week has been a lot of Slayer. There hasn't been too much to record, but I've recorded as much as I possibly can. I honestly hate Slayer weeks because I think they're really boring to watch. And it's so hard to get clips because there's only so much you can do when doing Slayer. If I don't get a drop, what the hell am I going to record? Levels are so slow right now. Obviously I'm 90 stats. Like I said, I'm nearly 99 attack. So there really isn't much to record. But I've tried to get as much as I can. Hopefully next week we'll be able to get more Hydra clips and more stuff like that. Hopefully we might get our first Kriara task. That'd be very exciting. But that is where we're going to end this week's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button, drop a comment down below, and of course if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.